And we need to talk about the control. I said earlier that in both the abduction and the contact, the human is not in normal consciousness, is not allowed to stay in normal consciousness. There's always a control. Normally, we're beginning to think this may come not just through looking my eyes real close, which they often do to us, but through the implants, because there seems to be information now coming out from some of these very well investigated cases where the implants are not only used for tracking, monitoring, or communicating, they're also used to control, and that control can be extended, as one abductee was told, unto death, if necessary. And the ones in the ear, this is one that was removed from a person's ear and it shattered after it was taken out. We thought this was very unusual until a couple of months later we got a report from another investigator who had an ear implant come out of a child of one of the abductees, and it too shattered when it just sort of disintegrated when it came out. Used for control, often implanted. Now the new place seems to be behind the ear. Not in the ear necessarily, but behind the ear. This is turning up more and more frequently and has possibly been identified, if you can believe anything that comes out of what PT's mouth, as a form of controlling all of the, I can't even see from here what part of the brain that is going into, but all of the functions that are controlled by the area of the brain through which this implant would, cerebellum, where it would intrude. Also implants in the lower neck area, or upper spine area, are fairly frequently being at least reported. Whether or not we can find them on MRIs or X-rays is another matter, because sometimes the material seems to be essentially biological and doesn't show up as any different than our own. And then we've had a couple of cases of these that do show up, and they're in various places, sometimes in the common places, but in this one case, a drawing, that I don't have the X-ray, it's not in my research files, it's with Barbara's, of the small, thin, metallic rod with little wires coming out the end of it, and these do show up, and they are reported similarly from case to case. Here's another drawing of another case showing where they implanted right behind the ear, and that's all the slides I have. If you'd like to turn the light